Hi, my name is Nikon Razi, and this is Ace News. And if you notice, we're not in our normal scenery. That's partly because we don't know where the Klaus is. JK. Alright, now let's jump into some pots and pans with Mr. Lang.
What I have laid out for you guys is a very straightforward and easy to reproduce menu that you can take at home with you and prepare for your family or loved ones. So today we're going to be doing roast Cornish game hen. It's going to be on top of a bed of red potatoes that are going to be tossed with rosemary, lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper. This is a technique that you can apply to larger birds like a whole chicken or even a whole turkey. So start thinking about Thanksgiving and the things that you can be capable of contributing to your family's event. Served with the Cornish game hens and the little red potatoes is going to be a salad made with watermelon, tomatoes, cucumbers, and feta cheese. It's going to get dressed with a lemon vinaigrette as well. So we're really, maximizing what is available local, what is seasonal right now. We're towards the tail end of summer. We're looking to melons and tomatoes as being really, really good ingredients that you can use. And as I mentioned, this is a very easy, reproducible menu. If you're interested in getting more details, obviously come to Culinary Club. We meet every Thursday at lunch. But for the next few minutes, you're going to enjoy a little time-lapse of the whole technique of making this, and you'll get to see what it looks like in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Lang. And we'll check back with you later to see how those chickens came out. Now on to sports news, we're going to go to Vicente.
Thank you, Nikon. Hello, everyone. I'm Vicente from A Sports News, and today with a beautiful interview with Miss Selly about the Seahawks and the Rams game. Miss Selly, can you tell us how was your experience at the Coliseum?
Well, it was quite the experience to even get to the Coliseum in the first place. Parking anywhere near there is $50 at the cheapest, and so we had to drive to Santa Monica, take the train for 45 minutes, and then finally get off. And once we had to wait for half an hour to get our ticket for the train. We had to wait an hour to get into the stadium. And then to even get a drink of water, we had to wait at least 45 minutes.
Miss Selly, can you please tell us, what could the Seahawks done better to win the game?
Well, they could have brought their A game. They could have scored a touchdown. A touchdown would have won the game. So they could have done that. They did a lot of things wrong, but really I think the worst part was a lot of costly penalties.
What do you recommend for people to go to the Coliseum?
One thing I learned after not being able to get water and 80 people getting heat exhaustion, I found out that the Americans with Disabilities Act actually allows you to bring in a sealed water bottle as long as you say it's for medication. So if you are going to a game, make sure that you bring your sealed water bottle, say that it's for medication. It has to be totally sealed, though. That way you can at least get something to drink.
Well, that concludes this interview with Miss Selly. The Seahawks did lose 3-9 in the game. This is Vicente Contreras, Sports News. Back to you, Nikon.
Thank you, Vicente, for that interview with Miss Sally.
So we're going to take a look at the birds. This is what they should look like when they come out of the oven. And if you're interested in learning more about what we do at ACE's Culinary Club, come on by Thursdays at lunch, join the Flying Pigs, and back to you, Nikon.
Now we're going to go to a 5 for 5 with Mr. Vasquez.
Hi, I'm Mr. Vasquez. I'm an English teacher here at ACE Charter High School. Well, first of all, I've always been a teacher. Ever since I can remember, I've always been someone who inserts my knowledge into conversations. When I was about 7 years old, in grade school, the teacher turned to me and as the smart aleck kid that I was, asked me if I wanted to teach the class, and I said sure, and I went up and I presented to the class. She then got upset, but long story short, I feel like this is my calling. This is what I've always been called to do. Teaching is my life and it's my passion. I teach because I feel like I have to. I love teaching. I teach also because I know that I have hope for future generations. I hope that I can instill some values, some even just the basic skills that people would need to be good humans on this planet. English lends itself to that. Teaching English and the humanities lends itself to being teaching good citizenship. What I love about ACE is that I have the opportunity to work with small classes. I have the opportunity to get immediate feedback from my students, and they have the same opportunity to get that feedback from me. We're a project-based school, and which allows me to really create a whole different type of curriculum that could ignite a student's interest and get students involved into things that they may not have initially thought they might be interested in. As I see ACE growing every year, I've only been here for 2 years, but I've seen it grow substantially. I see us expanding our horizons, moving on, not necessarily from architecture, construction, engineering, but adding other elements of career pathways, perhaps a culinary aspect, perhaps some more artistic aspects. I see us growing, and I see some positive things happening here.
And now we're going to go on our ASB news with Levi Jesko and Joseph Meeks.
Thanks, Nikon. Starting October 17th, you'll be able to buy Halloween grams from Miss Renteria. They're candy bars. She's selling them for $1. Big candy bars.
And we're also going to have a Halloween week before Halloween itself. It's going to be full of dress-up days like Character Day or Twin Day. And at the end, on Halloween itself, you can wear your actual Halloween costume. And during every single one of those Halloween days, we actually have a lunch activity going on, like how last year we had the donuts on a stick.
We'll also be having a Panda Express fundraiser. If you take a paper that says you're from ACE or from ACE Charter, any Panda Express, not any Panda Express, the one that's on
Right next to Target.
Right next to Target, down the street, and you say you're from ACE Charter, 20% of whatever you buy will go towards ASB. Back to you, Nikon.
Thanks, guys, for that awesome ASB news. Very informative this week.
Mr. Icky here at Ventura College, where I started my educational path. The Made in VC event, it's all about manufacturing in Ventura County, and so we're showing off what we do in our manufacturing class. So you can see I got a spread here of some of the guitars that were made last year in our class, and just been a really cool night seeing all the things that are happening. Haas is here, Mastercam, DW Drums, Oxnard School, Adult School, all the cool programs are here representing what they do to educate in the manufacturing sector, and yeah, it's a cool night.
We're here at the Made in VC event, and we've just seen a presentation by Jeremy Blout, and he makes amazing videos about manufacturing and how it changes people's lives.
So, I think we live in a day and age that people want stuff just given to them, handed to them. And my message to young people, to old people, I don't really care what age you are. You know, dream big, yes, but just go do something. Seriously, just do something with that idea, because I get so many people that come to me and say, man, I loved your film. I'm a filmmaker. I want to make films, or you know what? I want to be the CEO. I want to be, you know, look, just stop talking and go do something. Because when you actually start to put actions behind some of those ideas or those statements, amazing things start to happen. And so that's my message to people, is get out there and do stuff. I particularly love manufacturing because I watch how, you know, you've got somebody that maybe is passionate about skateboarding, or for me it was snowboarding, or maybe it's mountain biking, or maybe you want to do medical innovation. I mean, the amazing thing about it is that if you have an idea in your head about something you're passionate about and you can make it better, you can actually have a career that is launched where you become the guru, the brainchild of this invention that will change other people's lives. And so it's all going to happen when you start to get active and you start to do stuff. And so if you have a passion, maybe you want to get involved in the industry related to making the objects that you're excited about, that's a great place to start. If you happen to go to a school that has 3D printers, you happen to be in a place that encourages design and manufacturing, guys, that is awesome stuff. And it's going to absolutely change your life when you understand how to take that thing that's in your head, maybe in CAD, CAM, machining, CNCs, robotics, all these things, so you can start to build stuff. I mean, I'm standing beside a bunch of guys that have built a robot, and is that going to change the world? I don't know. It might be the first step towards the journey that will help them go change the world. So go do something.
Let's go for an odyssey. Odyssey of the Mind. It's about student teams coming together to use their engineering, construction skills, and everything else that they have underneath their belts in order to accomplish problems. Something like what you learn in here. Maybe it's your drawing skills, maybe it's your architecture skills, maybe it's whatever you have underneath your belt that can contribute to the problem-solving situation. Odyssey of the Mind, let's go. Even in engineering, even when it's getting tough, even when you've got a Mickey Mouse or you've got to figure something out, you better have something underneath your belt. And at this school, we've got the skills, we've got the way that we can take the trip on the Odyssey of the Mind. Obviously an explorer already on the Odyssey, an Odyssey of the Mind. Let's go. Even theater skills come into play. When these boys are just trying to figure out exactly how to present themselves, they even go to the top. We as a team, we as a school have the skills in order to complete the problems that are associated with the Odyssey of the Mind. You want to show America what you're all about? This is where we start, right now. National competition in Michigan in May. We got regional competitions in February. We got local competitions in February. We want you to be part of this team if you want to. Come on down, talk to Mr. McGuire as soon as possible. Thank you.
And to end things off, I was just going to say, never lose your cool. In situations that might seem upsetting, the worst thing you could possibly do is just get angry and frustrated, because that's just not a good way to go about solving the situation. Instead, what you have to do is keep your cool, keep your calmness, be neutral about the situation, and don't take things so seriously. Oftentimes people are going to say stuff they don't really mean, and it's mostly because it's their own problem and it has nothing to do with you. All right, thank you for watching Ace News. Please remember to... What are we going to say, Levi?
Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love if you guys were to like, comment, subscribe, share this with all your friends, and let's hit the bloopers!
I'll stand over here now.
Okay.
I have spent so much time in California. I've never done this. This is officially... Is it okay to say this is sacred right now?
Flying aces. No, that's not right. The flying pigs.
But what happens if I don't like it?
You can edit this, right?
You fix your hair.
This is a Schlimmenschlaut burger. To get around the branding problem as a filmmaker.
There we go. There we go.
My blog is no Schlimmenschlaut. We can't say the brand because I might not like it.
Okay.
But you will. All right.
And we also have Mr. McGuire here, singing through the hallway.
I thought the ground was going to move. It's very good.
No, it's good.
It is very good. I'm not going to lie, it's good.
I feel like a real actor.
You do it one more time.
Barbra Streisand.